Hello and welcome to the Liability First Notice of Loss How-To video. My name is Edwin Torres and I am Account Manager here at Johns Eastern. Today I will be going over how to report a liability claim using our AIM 3.0 system. A few things worth mentioning. While our system can be accessed on multiple web browsers, the two browsers of choice are Google Chrome and Mozilla Firefox. Use these browsers to maximize the system's capabilities. At any point, feel free to pull up this browser and our web page by typing in www.jeaim.com. That is www.jeaim.com. This will bring you to our main homepage, which you can use to sign in. The first thing you will notice as soon as you sign in is that this will bring you to our homepage where you have access to various claim entry links. For this video, we'll be going over the non-work comp claim. In a separate video, I have gone over how to file work comp first report of injury. If you ever find yourself with any questions, we do have a link to a how-to guide found here. This will go step by step and show you how to file these first notices of loss. With that being said, I will begin. When we select the appropriate link, the first thing it's going to do is bring us to this page. Here we have the option to select the appropriate line of business. We have three options under the first notice of loss: general liability, property, and vehicle auto. I will go over the general liability report and the vehicle auto report. I will gloss over property because this is exactly the same as general liability. So when I make my selection, it's going to ask for Tier 1. The tier structure in our system is how your organization's hierarchy is listed in our system. Tier 1 will always be your main organization, and then it will go down to the specific location and department where this claim is originating from. Depending on your organization's tier structure, you may need to go all the way down to Tier 5. Some end at Tier 4 or 3, so really go down to the highest point. Once we've made this appropriate selection, we have the ability to proceed, so we'll click on Next, and it will take us here. This is the general liability first notice of loss. You will notice it's not a very large or dense page, but it does contain some fields for you to put some valuable information on this claim. If you needed to, all that is required is that you complete everything with the red asterisk. If you have additional information that is not required, we do encourage you to input that information for the benefit of your adjuster. That being said, I will start. We have the first thing that's required is automatically pre-filled, which is the receive date. You will see this already filled in with the date and time. But what our system does do, and I do want to emphasize this, it does require that these dates be in order, chronological order. And so what I always encourage people to do is to absolutely ignore the receive date and go straight to the loss date, because this is the first date that is going to be required. This is when the loss occurred. So we will go here and make our selection. It will pop up with the calendar as well as give us the ability to input the time. This accident did occur today. This day will automatically be selected on the calendar. If it happened any other day, you still have the ability to make another selection. In the case where this loss happened on the same day that it was reported, it is very important that you input the time in chronological order, and I will demonstrate. Let's say this accident occurred at 8 a.m. We'll click Apply. Then we'll go to the date reported, which should fall immediately after the loss date. In the case where it was reported on the same date of loss, we want to make sure that the time falls somewhere after 8 o'clock. So I'll indicate 8:30 and apply. Once we have the lost date and the date reported, we will go back up to the received date and make sure that this date and time falls after both of these dates. If that is the case, then we're ready to proceed. Please verify your information as the author of this report. And please keep in mind that you always have the ability to save your work in progress at any point. I'm going to scroll down and complete the field for last name. That is all that is required of me for demonstration purposes. As we do scroll down, you will notice that it gives you the ability to enter the loss causation. Here on this menu, we have various coverages available to us to select from for general liability claims. If this were a property report, this entire page would look exactly the same with the exception of the loss causation, which will then show coverages specific to property damages. It is very important that you select the appropriate coverage here, and we will have other documentation within the system as a reference guide for these cases. We also have various text boxes to input any information that you feel is important for this claim. And if we think that we are done, we can go ahead and click Finish. Once we click Finish, it does give us immediate notification that your first notice of loss was successfully created. What we have done here is we have provided information and submitted it via our system, AIM 3.0, directly to Johns Eastern Company. At this point, a member from the company is going to take this information and create a claim in the system, assigning it a claim number and assigning it to an adjuster so that they can begin work on this process. At any point, we can now go back to our home page if we want to file another claim. I will do so, so we're going to go back to our non-work comp claim link. This time around, I will select the vehicle auto option, and again, take our tiers all the way to the highest level. Once we've completed that, we will click Next. And what you will notice is on this page, there actually are more fields for more information. Still have the required fields up top, but as we scroll down, it's going to ask for the insured vehicle. This will be the vehicle of your organization. The claimant vehicle, should there be another vehicle involved in this accident. Insured owner, which would be your organization. The insured driver, which would be the driver that was driving this vehicle that your organization owns. Claimant owner and claimant driver for the other vehicles involved. We'll go back up to the top, and we will notice, just like in the general liability, that we do need to have these dates in chronological order. So we will start with our lost date, make sure that it happened on this date, and input the time. Then we're going to go to date reported and ensure that the date and time fall after our lost date. And then we will go back up to the received date and verify that it falls after both of these dates. We'll also verify our own information as the author, and then we will select the state in which this accident occurred. We'll scroll down to the insured vehicle, which will be your own vehicle, and we can then put in some specific information regarding this vehicle. We'll make a selection from our make drop-down, and you'll notice that we have a number of different vehicles listed here for you to choose from. If for whatever reason you notice that a commonly used vehicle of yours is not represented in this drop-down, please feel free to contact us so that we can update this menu accordingly. And go ahead and make our selection, and once we select the make, then we will choose the corresponding model and scroll down. You will notice at this point that there are no more required fields, at least none that are denoted by a red asterisk. But if we click on finish, it's actually going to take us back to input the last name of the insured owner or the last name of the claimant owner. So we will take a moment to input this information. The insured owner can be your organization, for example. And the claimant owner, in the case where there is none or we do not know who this individual is, we can simply put unknown. Again, the more information you have available to input, the better, and we do encourage you to complete this to the best of your ability. But if you do need to get this claim in the system right away, the bare minimum will just suffice. Once we have that information, we'll click on finish. And again, we'll receive notification that the first notice of loss has successfully been created. And that is how you report liability first notices of loss in the Johns Eastern AIM 3.0 system. Again, we do want to encourage everybody to input the appropriate coverages, and I will refer you to your individual supervisors for that information on how to input the appropriate coverage. We also will have a reference document in this page to allow you to learn which coverages are best under what circumstances. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact our help desk at the number below, 1-877-326-5326, extension 1900, or feel free to click on the email link to email a member directly, and they will respond to you as quickly as possible. Again, thank you for your time, and may you have a great day.